Guys, can you hear me? Jessica, can you hear me? Okay, cool. Okay, so Beth is not feeling so hot, so I am going to lead our team call tonight. Beth and I were talking yesterday about some things that we thought we wanted to cover, and I think something that's come up time and time again with all of our girls is Shakeology and what's in it, how do we sell it, how do we make sure we're understanding the value of it so that our customers understand the value of it, because it is such a big part of our programs. It's such a big part of our nutrition plan and just everything that we're selling. But first, just as our regular team thing that we do, I want to make sure we're going over the announcements. So this is everything that's just kind of was in the team in the wake up call this morning. So this morning's wake up call, they mentioned again the Lift 4 and Mes de Mas. Today and tomorrow are the last days that you can save $10 on those challenge packs. So make sure you're promoting that. I think I've seen every one of our coaches saying something about like it's the last day, tomorrow's the last day, something. Just making sure you're providing some of that urgency, just because it does save them $10. So it's something to mention. And I know we're all kind of looking for stuff that like, what else can we say today on our socials? Like there's something for you tomorrow. And then the Beat Your Best also ends tomorrow. So I know a lot of our girls are there or they're super, super close. I got a couple texts from my girls today saying that they did it or they're like one away. So I think this is going to be a really awesome month for our team specifically, just because we have all of these new coaches and you guys are really, really doing well and you're killing it and just making sure you're adding as many people as possible. So using things like the $10 off the Lift 4, that's going to help you get there. Something else they announced today were office hours with Alana. So I know we haven't talked a ton about 2B Mindset lately. So for some of the newer coaches, if you guys aren't super familiar, hop in the coach office and search the FAQ for the 2B Mindset, because Alana is actually going to start doing Facebook Lives in her Facebook page every Wednesday and Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific. So 11 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Central. Those are also really good times if you're not familiar with the program to kind of hop in. And even if you're like driving around or whatever, just listen to them on your earbuds just to get some information. So it's going to be like a frequently asked questions session with Alana. So it'll be really good to help you get familiar, help answer a lot of questions that will probably come up with customers that are interested in it. So let's get to kind of what we wanted to talk about tonight, which is really all about Shakeology. And I think I've been kind of thinking about this since we were at Summit, and, you know, they bring up all of these super trainers up on stage and they're talking about the programs, and they brought Alana up on stage and she's talking about 2B Mindset. And at one point, they brought up Isabel Dockler to talk about, she was one of the creators of Shakeology. And they brought her up, and I never, until seeing her speak in front of all of those people, really understood the passion and what she put into creating everything. She was talking about creating this shake and talking about she was, you know, she's a nutritionist or dietitian, and she's creating this shake every morning at her kitchen counter, just, you know, going and buying vegetables, vitamins and minerals, and, you know, grounding everything at her kitchen counter and then just slowly adding them to her shake. So she's adding protein, but she's also adding vitamins and minerals and nutrients and probiotics and prebiotics. And so that's kind of where the thought process when she was creating this shake really started. It was her in her own kitchen trying to feed her body as much as she could. You know, she's a scientist and she's trying to fuel her body with the best things that she can just to get through her day. Just because she knows that you have one body, right? So we want to take care of it as much as possible. So that's kind of where it started. So just so you kind of, for me, understanding Shakeology, the first time I bought Shakeology, I had no idea what it was. No idea. I signed up with 80-Day Obsession. I got a challenge pack. I got like the super challenge pack with the Recover and, you know, some other supplements in it. So I truthfully, I think, emailed or texted my upline when I received my box of goodies and was like, okay, what is the difference between Shakeology and Recover? Like in my mind, they are a protein shake, and they're not. Right there, it's so much more than that. And it is so much more than that, that I think that's kind of what makes it difficult for us to explain to other people, because we don't truly understand it. So the reason I think it is so important that we understand it is because the first time that your customer is buying it from you, it's because we know and we believe in these products, and we know that it's part of this system that we have, right? We sell challenge packs. And the reason that we sell challenge packs and we get rewarded for selling challenge packs is because we work for a company that has simplified it so much for us that they're saying, this is the way to do it. You need this, 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 and this. That's in the challenge pack. We're going to literally hand over in a bucket everything that these people need to make them successful. And a massive part of that is Shakeology. Okay. So you know that, and I know that, and I'm trying to understand the why more and more every day of why the Shakeology makes such a difference. So anyone that's ever been in a challenge group, and you guys all have, you've either run them, you're co-leading them or something, you know that working out is clearly a massive part of it. Okay. We know that. We know it from day one. The nutrition plan is a massive part of it. We know that, right? That's why everything comes with a nutrition plan. And that's why the nutrition plan includes Shakeology. And the reason it does, and the reason we log it, is so that every single day you're reminded that one extra time that you need to take a little note of your nutrition. It's just that extra reminder every day for you to think about what you're putting in your body. When I was watching a YouTube video today that Isabel was describing it, she was being interviewed, and she said the original title of Shakeology was The Missing Link, which makes so much sense, right? Because we're told it's this super dense, nutritious shake. It fills the gaps in your nutrition, and that's truly what it is. It was designed to be the missing link from all of these people, all of these moms and working people, and you're just struggling to keep up with every single day, and it's really hard to keep track of every single thing your body needs, and that is what Shakeology is. It truly is the missing link in our nutrition. No matter how perfectly we're following any meal plan, it kind of fills the gaps of what we're missing. So I know, and you know, that everybody has their questions about it. They want to know what's in it. They want to know, okay, great. Like, I have this protein shake and there's protein in this. Like, what is the difference? So I kind of want to just kind of side by side with a vegan protein shake versus a Shakeology, just to kind of go through the difference in the ingredients and maybe some things that people are going to ask you when they say, like, hey, I'm using this Vega shake. What is the difference? So when you're talking about a protein shake, I'm just using the Vega as an example because it's one I have in my kitchen. So Vega is 160 calories. It has a very small amount of sugar. It has a couple grams of sugar and a couple grams of carbs. And it's a post-workout supplement. The purpose of the post-workout supplement, much like our Recover, is that it's meant to build and repair your muscles, which you tear while you're working out. Anyone who's doing 80-day obsession or Lift 4 or anything, you are tearing your muscles every single day. And that protein specifically, those amino acids are meant in a combination with the sugar and carbs to help your body repair itself as best as possible. But it's just protein, right? That's it. It's protein, a little bit of carbs, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of fat, a few grams of fat, because that's what your body needs. So when we're talking about Shakeology and the missing link, Shakeology has all of the 9 essential amino acids in the protein, and it's made up of different kinds of vegetable protein. It has whey protein. It has grain protein. It has 170 calories. There's 4 grams of sugar. There's 18 grams of carbs. That's a lot more carbs that's in a regular protein shake, and we'll get to that. And there's 8 grams of sugar, a few more grams of sugar that's in a regular protein shake. Keep in mind, we're talking about 8 grams of sugar. There's 14 grams of sugar in a banana. Just like perspective for you, that every gram of sugar in the Shakeology is natural. Everything in it is from the superfruit blends that are put in it, or the vegetables. Everything that's in it is just the derivative of the full 100% ingredients that's put in it. There's no added sugar in this. So when you look at the labels, you'll see the superfruit blends, the probiotics, the antioxidants, super greens, nutrients, digestive enzymes. That's so much more than a protein shake. That's like exactly what that's exactly what, oh my gosh, Isabel was doing when she was sitting at her kitchen counter. She was taking the protein shake that you get for like $35, $40, and she's like adding a probiotic and a prebiotic and extra stuff and extra stuff and extra stuff. which is where the cost of it is, right? You're getting like all these additional factors in the shake. So instead of going to a nutrition store and getting all of these additives to put in which you need to fill the gaps in your nutrition, it's just one scoop. And it's really just out of convenience. And the reason that it costs more is because the protein is just the protein. And then we have the protein plus all of this other stuff, right? And anybody who watched her describe this at Summit gets what I'm saying, because she was so crazy passionate. And if you truly want to understand exactly what's in this shake, Google it and watch one of her interviews, because she is freaking amazing. Like what she describes and what she put into it to create the shake is amazing. So getting back to what's in this shake specifically. So I think a lot of times I've had a few people ask me about the carbs very specifically, because they're, again, comparing. While it's really hard to say you can't compare when they're trying to use the shake in replacement of something, a lot of times they'll use it as a meal replacement. They'll replace their breakfast. They'll replace their lunch. They'll replace a late snack, something. But you know as well as I do, just from any nutrition plan that we're working on, a protein and a carb and a fat is what's really going to keep you fulfilled. So that's why there's more carbs in our shake than in a typical protein shake, because it's meant to be used as a meal replacement. You can use it to replace something, and that it's also used so that you have continued satisfaction after your meal. Because you know as well as I do, if you eat a piece of chicken and you walk away and don't have anything else, you're probably going to be hungry in an hour, because it's just protein. There's nothing else in it. So the reason these shakes are designed the way they are is so that you're full and you stay satisfied. And you know as well as I do, and you can explain to anyone else, that your experience in having this is you can make them sweet, you can make them savory, you can make them however you want. And you explaining how you use the shake is probably what's really going to get it sold for you the first time. That's the reason I bought it the first time, because I was told all of these amazing things, how much better it made my coach feel, how much better it made this person feel, and all of these benefits. And then I started drinking it and I started feeling better, and I kind of got it. And the reason that they will continue to buy it is when they fully understand the benefits. So if you haven't already and you guys are running a challenge group, I would highly suggest, and I'm going to hop in there later today or tomorrow, and just kind of go over specifically Shakeology. And I think it's probably would benefit us all after we get people in our groups to continue talking about Shakeology, and not just the recipes, but all of the benefits, right? Because how often do people, I often enough, like we're looking at nutrition labels, but how often are you like buying eye cream based on the benefits and not really what's in it? Or how often are you doing something because it benefits you in a certain way and not specifically the individual factors that are in it? So knowing the benefits is super helpful, but then also knowing why that they do that is even more beneficial, because then it really gets you into a deeper understanding, and it lets your challengers and your customers know what they're putting in their body. So talking about carbs, check. Talking about meal. When we're talking about meal replacement, a lot of times it comes up as the fact that it's really expensive. It is really expensive. It's more expensive than a protein shake because there's more in it. But when you really divvy up the cost of this, if it's $130 and you're buying a 30 pack of shakes, that's $4 a meal. Who hasn't gone to Starbucks and spent twice that on a coffee and egg bites and oatmeal like I did today? Like, I do it a lot. Okay. So a little bit of planning ahead, and if they're really going to take this seriously, if they really want to change their lifestyle and make themselves a priority and take care of themselves, $4 a day isn't really that expensive. And when you're a coach, it's like $3 a day when you do the math, when it's $100 divided by 30, right? So if you're not going to invest in your health, like what are you going to spend money on? If there's anything that you're going to invest in, taking care of yourself is absolutely what you should be doing. Just to kind of go through like the dense superfood shake, when you look on our website or you look on like super like bullet point things that you can send people, you can lose weight, you can gain energy, it keeps you regular, and it gets you healthy. And they've done a few studies that show that they lower cholesterol, they lower blood sugar, which is kind of why it helps you lose weight and everything. And they hired, I think, a third-party study to do everything. So they have done studies about it. They have like really truly been able to kind of see the effects of what this does to our bodies. But I just want to reiterate why this is part of a challenge pack, because it is such a huge part of our business. I actually, like, when I'm talking about selling a challenge pack, the first thing I say is when I'm talking about a challenge group, the first thing I say is I always set somebody up with a challenge pack, because it comes with everything you need. It comes with your on-demand workouts. It comes with your nutrition plan, which includes a month of the superfood shake. It includes access to our groups, which is support. And the groups are going to help keep you on track with your nutrition, keep you on track with your workouts. But it's like not an option. It's not an option for me to add someone to my group unless they're buying a challenge pack. And I went and looked through my coach office today just to see, because I wanted to, because I was going to hop on here and say, like, I've never done it. 3 times I've signed somebody up without a challenge pack. One time it was like an oopsie, because somebody did a free trial and they signed up, and like I didn't stop them and I didn't know. Another time was a friend of mine that I've known since high school, and I wouldn't even say didn't sign her up with a challenge pack. She bought a challenge pack, but she bought the my brain isn't working, the Recover and the Energize challenge pack. And then one other time it was somebody that was like, had the worst experience ever, and I like gave up and whatever. But that was like 4 months ago. In the last 4 months, I have not signed anybody else up without adding Shakeology to their order, which, I mean, it's crazy. Like, it's like not giving them an option makes them understand that it's part of it. It's part of our program. It's part of the reason that people are so successful doing this. Because I think if anybody's heard the quote, like, if you kind of sort of do it, you kind of sort of get results, right? So if you kind of sort of do it and you like maybe do part of it, like just do the nutrition or just do the workouts, you're not really going to get the results. And then that just makes you kind of have a bad reputation or a bad feel, or then have a bad feel about the products, when truly the problem is that they didn't go all in. They didn't go all in with all of the challenge pack, right? So part of us selling the challenge pack and making sure that they're signing up and really getting the best out of this is making sure that they understand Shakeology, that they understand that it truly is part of how they're going to get the best results possible. So that is really all I have. The one other thing I will say, because I have some of my girls on here, is go into the FAQ, and there are a couple really good bullet points of Shakeology that are good. I think Nicole found, there's like a 3 or 4 page document that really gets like uber specific, but there are some good takeaways from that are like really, really good to send out in a text when somebody's like, ooh, what is this? Because sending that 3-page document is a lot. But having a few of those takeaways is really good. And also, I don't want you guys to forget that we are doing a coach sneak peek tomorrow. So if you haven't seen the invite, ask your coach. We'll get you added so that you can add any of your girls. And next week, don't forget that Scotty's Diamond Training Program starts, which starts actually with the Emerald qualification. So next week, we're going to get all of our new coaches qualified for Emerald, so that then you can get qualified to get in the Diamond training. So if you haven't seen the video that Scotty did, go watch it. It's in our group. It's amazing. I think it's really freaking awesome. Lindsay Matway is co-leading it with him. Like, it's gonna be freaking awesome. So I'm super, super excited about it. I hope you guys hop in there and kind of see what it's all about if you haven't. Do you guys have any questions? No. Okay. All right, cool. Awesome. Well, I will see a lot of you guys tomorrow in the coach sneak peek. Other than that, have a good night, my dears.